What is going on, y'all? Today is back in triceps, glutes, and hammies. So, what's going to be on our agenda today is, I'm not exactly 100% sure what's going to be going on, but what I can tell you is it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Same old kind of, way of doing things. Get in there, train hard as we can, and then get out. That's kind of like the whole shebang of this. They're not gonna, just get in there and lollygag, and just have a humpty-dory time. No, like, you're gonna get in the gym and you're gonna train your butt off. That's like the whole point of the gym, is to improve. And you definitely can improve if you're a beginner, if you're kind of just half-assing it, right? If you're a beginner, like first 4 months in the gym, I'd say really 3 months, you could get in the gym, literally breathe the gym air, and you're gaining muscle mass. Like, seriously. You could do whatever you want, however intensely you want, you're going to gain muscle. But if you're like me, who's an experienced lifter, you need to push yourself each and every session. And personally, the great thing about my mentality is I don't have fun unless I'm very competitive or working very hard towards something, or just working very hard. Like, I don't like playing basketball if I'm not playing like it's game 7 of the NBA Finals. That's fun. I don't have fun in the gym unless we're trained to failure, or training as hard as we can, right? I think it's just because I've always also just been a progress person. Like when I'm playing like Minecraft or something, I would rather gain diamonds as fast as I can than build a house. Like, that's just more fun to me. So, if you're going to be at the gym, please train your hardest. That's like, I think, essential for gaining muscle mass. Like, you could say screw a split, you could say screw the exercise choices, but as long as you're training hard, you're going to gain mass. Right? And you're going to gain something out of that, which is the ability to push yourself on something, Like, that's just my take on the gym, because that's why I think the gym translates outside of the gym, because if you train your ass off in the gym, I feel like you're going to want to train your ass off or try your ass off in other categories of life, because it's a lot easier. You've built that discipline of going day in and day out. Now, like I said, it can translate outside the gym as well. If you go into the gym, let's say you trained by yourself for 2 years, but you're going about 50%. You could say, okay, I'm only getting 50% because I'm busting my ass outside the gym a ton, all day, every day. Or you could say, honestly, I have a lazy mentality, and everything outside the gym, I'm also taking about the 80% capacity. And I'm not saying you don't need rest and you don't need time off and you don't need time to just, kind of configure everything out and reset, but make sure it's almost like structured in a way where you're going to get up and do something as soon as you're done with that, because like one of my worst habits, not going to lie, was me kind of chasing dopamine, and like, I don't know why I said that 3 times, but it rolled nice. But pretty much, like, if you're gonna just, let's say you're like, okay, I need just 10 minutes of a break just to really, just chill. I'm not working, I'm not thinking about much, I'm just sitting here and just relaxing. Like, and then let's say you rest for 10 minutes, and then you immediately just get on your phone afterwards and then just doom scroll for an hour. Like, you just defeated the whole purpose of just resting for 10 minutes. Like, that there wasn't anything productive to that. I can say, like, on your days off, like, let's just say you have work off on a Sunday, and guy A does literally nothing. He doom scrolls all day, and he retains no knowledge from that doom scrolling. Like, let's just say he was doom scrolling through all, like, maybe some smart things or psychology or whatever, and he just didn't retain any of it. And, you know, ate like crap, everything else, right? With guy B, let's just say he felt like he didn't do anything, but he took his dogs on a walk. Maybe he doom scrolled that day, but he retained some knowledge from, like, the psychology or, like, you know, I don't know. Or he was just meal prepping that day and he goes, man, I didn't do anything. Both guys weren't the most productive people that day, but guy B did significantly more still. He walked his dog, he meal prepped, you know, he retained some knowledge from doom scrolling, which I don't recommend, but, you know, it's better than just brainlessly doom scrolling, which a lot of people do. You know, I've done that, myself included. I'm not gonna, like, exclude myself from this, but my whole point is just try to be as productive as you can. And that could be just doing 1% better on things. Like I said, taking your dog on a walk. It might not feel like you're doing a bunch, but you're building a connection with your dog. You're getting exercise, and you're seeing and being out in nature. So, with that being said, we're going to get into the gym here soon. I'm going to pick up this energy drink from the gas station. And I will see you guys in the gym. Alrighty, y'all. So the first exercise of today is going to be a lower back extension. This is going to be hitting your lower back, spinal erectors, glutes, and hamstrings. So making sure you're training this heavy and hard in the 3 to 8 rep range. That relieves a lot of lower back pain if you guys did not know. So we leave 1 rep in reserve usually. Now, since our hamstrings are absolutely done, we don't need to hit those, but we like to hit glutes, because the stronger your glutes are, the better your posture is, just helps with a lot of things. And better glutes equals better bodybuilding physique. So, I like to hold outside for just a second, go really slow in the weigh-in, because on this, you know, particular machine too, it doesn't feel the absolute best for me personally, but that's why I like to hold out for a second. So, just trying to failure once again. I train light for these two. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be working on that middle and upper back here. So we're going to be flaring our elbows out. This is going to give you that great thickness look on your back. If you're seeing that Nick Walker picture where he's walking around that purple back or whatever, this is why. Because he got that middle and upper back all figured out. So just train that middle and upper back for 1 set. Now, you guys can't see it, but I have a 10-pound dumbbell on my feet, and then I drop it after like 4 or 5 reps, and then I just do body weight pull-ups. So we're going to be doing 2 sets to really get that diamond Dorito looking back. Now we're going to get those big old juicy arms, because triceps makes up 2/3 of your arms. So if you're not hitting triceps, you are missing out on a lot of potential gain in mass for your arms. But just train to failure, keeping your elbows in when we're doing this, and then we're going to superset it with some forearm curls. Just really hitting that meaty part of the forearm at the bottom, because you don't want to have big arms and then small forearms, you know, that just looks weird. That's like having huge, you know, quads and then having, you know, absolutely no calves. So train to failure.
Start fucking around with my garden one, watering it, pulling weeds,
too hot to be out doing anything.
It wasn't too bad this morning.
Yeah.
I'll be out there now.
You know, there's morons out there playing golf.
I don't think so.
Now we're going to be training that long head of the tricep, and we're going to be doing a superset for 1 set till failure of rear delt flies at the end with some dumbbells. So a lot of lower back work today, but that's okay because the stronger your lower back is, the better, relief pain you get, stronger, posture you get. Everything is just better with a stronger lower back. But just make sure you train to failure. Keep your elbows in whenever you're doing this movement, unless you have elbow pain, which I do. So flaring my elbows out just a little bit is good for me too. So train to failure, y'all. Oh, hello, guys. We are... Oh, I'll just hold you. I don't know why that thing sucks when I got to take you guys home with me, not to the gym. But we are done from the gym, and I am very, very tired. That was a great gym session. So, I PR'd on a lower back extension, which I'm very happy of. I want to just get so ridiculously strong on that. Like, if that could be, like, one of my strongest lifts I have, I would love that. Because, for one, like I said, you get so much lower back development. And two, if you have a strong lower back, like if you can do heavy deadlifts, heavy RDLs, or like heavy lower back extensions, a lot of times you create a diamond back. I think that's the word for it. Because if you don't do those type of movements, like any hinge movements for your spinal erectors and stuff, you have a glass back. You are a glass back person. And why that's bad is, let's say you just think about, okay, let me move this heavy box off the ground. Let's just say that. Or I need to help move my grandma's couch for her or something. And then you pick that up, your back might break. And even if you do those lifts, anything can happen, right? I'm not saying if you do a ton of weight or whatever, or do that all the time, like, you can still run into risk if you pick up something awkwardly or something like that, whatever. Anything can happen. But you are preventing it much more if you do those lifts, right? And then if, you're able to deadlift a lot, or RDL a lot, or, lower back extension a lot, it looks cool. Like, hinge movements are one of the coolest looking things, and it works so much. Like, if you're a guy who cares about time efficiency because you have a busy schedule, like myself, those those lifts, like the hinge movements, are so good. Your back and your legs are both getting hit right then and there, right? If it was chest today, I would have had to hit 2 other machines along with, my legs, right? Like I would have to hit leg extension and adductors. But lower back, I only had to hit 1 set of glutes, which was just the adductor machine. Or it's like, I don't know what the other one is, but the other one, you're going in to out rather than out to in. But I didn't have to do hamstring curls today because my hamstrings also got really hit. If you go heavy on those, as soon as you pick it up, you'll feel that, like, your hamstring just start working. Because, like, what is supporting you? Your lower back and your hamstrings are keeping you stable. That's why you need strong hamstrings. Strong hamstrings are just a cheat code. They look great, right? They're like the bicep part of your arm, right? If you flex it upwards, curl it pretty much, your hamstrings activate. They will also make up a part of your leg, so they look bigger, and they will actually give you that explosive power for sprinting. I mean, for so many things, hinging. There's just so many positives to having strong and big hamstrings. Like, why would you not want big legs? Like, as a dude, and even girls, like, this is definitely for girls too. Big legs are the shit, dude. Like, everyone loves big legs, Like, if you see a guy who has an amazing upper body, but a non-existent lower body, you may look at his physique a lot worse than if he had a matching lower body. You know? I mean, depending on who you are, but me personally, if you have an amazing upper body, that's awesome. But if you have a horrible lower body, you know, and you are able to hit legs, like you don't have any disabilities or, you know, whatever not, what are you doing, dude? Like, your physique can go from a 7.5 out of 10 to like a 9 just by having bigger legs. There are some individuals who have only legs and no upper bodies, and that's a different case. Because, like, as a dude, what are you doing with a small upper body? You know, that's just me personally, right? No judgment around here, but just try to keep things balanced out. I understand, like, it's hard to train and get huge calves if you have horrible genetic for calves, but, like, I mean, everything depends on a lot of your genetics, but you could still just look better, right? You can't, nobody, C-bum is a one-of-one, right? So you're not gonna be able to look like C-bum, but the thing is, you can look like the best version of yourself, and that's with having big upper body and big legs. So, that's just my opinion, y'all. Take it for whatever you want. Don't listen to just one bodybuilder's advice. Do your own research. This is something you probably don't need research on, just, you know, your eyes. But that is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.